Everybody.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think no one has joined from the second shift. Only there are students from the first shift. Okay. So anyway, we will start now. So in the previous class, we have started with the trapezoidal method for the numerical integration, and today we are going to continue the same topic, but this time we'll be using the even further better method, that is the Simpsons method. Okay. So let us continue. So here we have say a curve which is like this, and we are basically interested in the integration of this curve. So this curve has got a function that is y as the function of x, and if you remember, we have taken the function of x as 1 upon 1 plus x in the previous class. Okay, and we have to integrate between the limits a and b. So basically I want to find out what is the value of I. Integration from a to b as 1 upon 1 plus x dx. Okay, so this is what is expected, and if you remember the correct solution, I think let me check. The correct solution of this is log to the base e, sorry, log to the base e of 2. So this is log to the base e of 2. Its numerical value is coming out to be 0.693147. Okay, this is the exact solution of this one. And the integration means what? We are basically trying to find out what is the area under this particular curve, okay, between the limits a and b. Okay, so last time we have used a trapezoidal method. Okay, okay, so for trapezoidal method, the value of I was calculated as h divided by 2 into, we have seen this is f of a plus 2 times, we have seen that is f of x1 plus f of x2 plus so on, plus this will be f of b. Okay, so this is what we have seen earlier, so you can refer the previous notes and you will find the same expression we have derived. In place of f of x1 x2 x3, we have used term as y1 plus y2 and so on. Okay, now in today's class we will see the Simpsons method, and Simpsons method is more or less very much similar to the uh, trapezoidal method. So I'm just going to write down the equation for the Simpsons method. Okay, okay, for Simpsons method the equation is something like this. Just let me copy and paste. Okay, so this is something like h divided by 3 into, we have something like f of a, okay, plus we also have f of b, which is exactly similar as your trapezoidal method, but here in between you have 4 times t1 plus 2 times t2. Okay, now what do we mean by this t1 terms and what do we mean by this t2 terms? Okay, so this t1 terms, they are nothing but the sum of odd intervals. Okay, so here t1 is nothing but sum of I think not odd, it is even intervals. So this is, and your t2 is nothing but sum of all odd intervals. Okay, now what do we mean by this even and odd? Let us try and understand this. Okay, so if we have a curve which is something like this, and this is a curve, and we are trying to interpolate the points between these two. Okay, so let us say this is a and this is b. These are the limits. Okay, so now for example, if we are dividing this into n number of intervals. Okay, so let us say I have divided this into this interval, then there is one more interval and there is one more interval. Okay, so let us go for even further uh, intervals in between. So now you have these many intervals. Okay, so let us call these points as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so there are 9 sections, okay, from A to B, where this A and 1 they will have the same point, and B and 9 they will have the same points. Okay, so this T1 is nothing but even terms. Okay, so even terms means what? You have 3, 4, 6, and 8. So here T1 term is nothing but this is y2 plus y4 plus y6 plus y8, where these values, this is nothing but your y2, so this column is y2, this column is y4, this is y6, and this column is y8, whereas your T2 is nothing but sum of odd terms. Okay, so odd terms, they are nothing but the 3, 5, and 7. So 1 is also odd term, 9 is also odd term, but they are already taken care over here, that is FA and FB. So you don't have to use the first and last point. So apart from that, we have a term something like y3 plus, now you will have y5 plus, now you will also have now something like y7. Okay, so here if you expand the Simpsons method, so your I will be something like h divided by 2 into f of a will be nothing but your y1, okay, plus 4 times t1, this will be y2 plus y4 plus y6 plus y8 plus 2 times you will have y3 plus y5 plus y7. Okay, and lastly we have f of b. F of b is nothing but y9. Okay, so this is going to give you a value of I, that is the integration value, when you are using the Simpsons method. Okay, is it clear to everybody? Are there any queries?
Sir, is it H by 3 or H by 2?
Sorry, it is h by 2, my mistake. Okay, okay, so let me correct that. So this is h by 3. Okay, thank you for correcting. Are there any queries? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now what we'll do, we'll try to solve the same problem with some different intervals. Okay, so let us try to solve this problem which we have taken in the previous class. So let us say this is example only one, and if you remember, I want to calculate what is the value of I, that is from 0 to 1, as 1 upon 1 plus x into dx. Okay, so now let us say we are dividing the here your a is nothing but 0 and b is nothing but your 1. Here only we are using one term, so let us say x1. So I'm just taking the average of this, so this will be something like 0.5. So ideally you will have now a curve which is like this. If you remember, it was coming out to be like this only. Okay, so now you will have one term over here. I think last time someone has corrected me, it should be like this. Okay, so here now you have only 3 points. This is point number 1, this is point number 2, and this is point number 3, whereas this point number 1 is nothing but your a, and point number 3 is nothing but your b. So as far as this part is concerned, so your I is nothing but h by 3, where h is nothing but the distance between the two consecutive values. So here this is x is equal to 0, this is x equals to zero point 0.5, this is x equals to 1. So h will be zero point 0.5, this will be also zero point 0.5. Okay, so this I value, it is nothing but 0.5 divided by 3. Now as far as Simpson's method is concerned, you will have something like over here, this is f of a, okay, plus 4 times you have t1 plus 2 times you have t2 plus f of b. Okay, so now as far as this part is concerned, your t1 is nothing but your even, and t2 is nothing but your odd. Now here you see there is no odd term. Okay, because you have only one interval and this is a even interval. So here this expression will be now modified as f of a plus 4 times the t1 will consist only f of x1, that is this second point. Okay, plus you have f of p. Okay, so now all we have to do is just substitute the values. So for better understanding, I'll use a simple table over here. Okay, So let me insert a table over here so that we can get the correct values. Okay, so now you have 0, we have 0.5, and we have 0, sorry, this is 1.0. Okay, so can you tell me what will be the values of y corresponding to this one? So I think this is 1 upon 1 plus 0 is 1. This is 1 upon 1 plus 2, sorry, 1 upon 1 plus 1, that is 2. This will be 0.5, और बीच में कितना आया था? 0.66667. Okay, so basically your I values will be now zero point 0.5 divided by 3 into 1 plus 4 into 0.66667 plus 0.5. Okay, I कितना आ रहा है? 6944. आगे कुछ? That's it. Whatever it may be. Okay, so this is the correct answer as far as Simpson's method is concerned when we are using only two intervals, that is from 1 to from 0 to 1. We are using only two intervals. Okay, so if you remember, we have solved the same problem here using two intervals. Okay, so let us check the values. So when we have taken only two intervals, we got the value as 0.708, isn't it? And what we have obtained over here, it is something like 0.944. Okay, so actual is 0.69. So there is a great difference over here because we don't have the T2 term in this particular case, isn't it? So if you have a T2 term, then you will be getting the more accurate results. Okay, so now what we will do, we will go for now larger number of intervals so that we can get a appropriate result. Okay, so let us take the same problem. Now here I have a curve which is, sorry, it should be drawn like this, isn't it? So I have a curve, just a moment, let me go down. Okay, so now I have a curve which is like this. Okay, so I'm slightly drawing a bigger picture over here. So now you have this as x equals to 0, here x equals to 1, and I'm dividing this now into, let us say, four parts. Okay, just four parts. So now you have this as point number 1, point number 2, point number 3, point number 4, and point number 5. Okay, so now you have now 4 points, so that your table will be now like this. Okay, so here we have x and here we have y. So x will be now having 0. Okay, so the last one will be 1.0, the middle one will be 0.5, and in between you have 0.25 and here 0.75. Okay, so we have already calculated the values. Here it is 0.5, and at 0 it is 1.0, and at 5 it is 0.66667. Can anybody tell me what are the values for 0.25 and 0.75? Sorry, 0.8, and how about 0.75? 0.5? Is it so? Someone please cross check. I think there are some different values. 0.75, yeah, 1429, correct. Okay, 1429. Okay, but now here you see this value. Okay, as far as this value is concerned, this is nothing but f of a, this value is nothing but f of b, whereas this value, okay, so this will be your point number 1, point number 2, point number 3, point number 4, point number 5. Okay, so this is the only odd term, whereas these two, they are nothing but even terms. Okay, so your t1, which is even, and t2, it is nothing but odd. So your T2 value will be the only odd value is there. Okay, so the only odd value over here, it is 0.66667. As far as the even terms are concerned, we have 0.8, plus 0.5714. How much is this T1? Anyone? I think it is 1.3714. Correct? Okay. So now the I value, that is the integration. So this is h by 3, okay, into f of a plus 4 times t1 plus this is 2 times t2 plus this is f of b. Okay. I think I have not written this correctly. This is f of a, okay, not f of b. Okay, so here the value of I now can be calculated as, here h is nothing but the distance between the two x values, so this is 0.25. So this is now 0.25 divided by 3. Okay, f of a is 1 plus 4 into t1 is something like 1.3714. Okay, plus 2 times you have now 0.66667 plus f of b is now zero point 0.5. Okay, so can anybody tell me what will be the value of I? Yes, anyone?
0.5758.
0 point?
5758.
No, there is something wrong. Please check.
0.6932.
Yes, this is 0.6932. Okay, so you see the actual answer for this particular problem is 0. कहाँ गया? Yeah. Um, here I have written. Okay, so the actual answer is 0.6931. Okay, and what we have obtained is 0.6932. Okay, so it is very close to the solution. And how many intervals we have taken? Only 4 intervals, isn't it? So as far as your trapezoidal method is concerned, so if you refer the earlier notes, wherein we have taken roughly 9 intervals. Okay, so you can see here we have used 9 intervals, and with that 9 interval the value of I which we have obtained was 0.6941. Okay, so even after taking 9 intervals, your accuracy of the solution is not that much. But as far as Simpson's method is concerned, we have taken only 4 intervals, and with that 4 interval we have got a value which is very very close to the actual solution. Okay, so this means what, the Simpson's method is having a more accuracy as far as your trapezoidal method is concerned. Okay, I hope this is clear to everybody.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now just for a exercise, what I want all of you to solve the same problem again, but this time you use more number of intervals. Okay, so let me write down over here. I'm directly inserting the table now so that the things will be simpler. Okay, so here we have x value, here we have say y value, so this is say 0. Okay, so last time I think we have used this table. Okay, so let me copy and paste the same table itself so that things can become simpler. Okay, so here these are the values. Okay, so we have already found out the y values, okay, in the previous class. So these y values are already there with us, so you don't have to do the calculations because they are having the same values. Okay, so let me write down this as y values. Okay, so now all we have to do is you just have to calculate the t1 and t2 terms. So here this is nothing but your f of a, here this is nothing but your f of b. Okay, as far as your t1 terms are concerned, okay, so t1 term are nothing but your even terms. Okay, so this will be your even term, this will be your even term, this will be your even term, and this will be your even terms. So your t1 is nothing but 0.8889 plus 0.7272 plus 0.6153 plus 0.53333. Okay, so can anybody tell me what will be the t1 value, please?
2.7647.
Sorry.
2.7647.
Yes, it is 2.7647. Okay. Now, as far as T2 is concerned, T2 is nothing but your uh, odd terms other than first and last. So this is nothing but your odd terms. Okay. So if you write down these values, so this is nothing but 0.8 plus 0.66667 plus 0.5714. Okay. How much is this?
2.0380.
Okay. So this is 2.0380. Okay, fine. So with the help of this trapezoidal, Simpson's method, now you can get the values of I as h by 3 into f of a plus 4 times t1 plus 2 times t2 plus f of b. Okay, so your I is nothing but this h. So h is nothing but the distance between two consecutive values of x. So this is 0.125 divided by 3 into your f of a is 1 plus 4 times t1 is 2.7647 plus 2 times t2. Okay, so T2 value is 2.0380 plus f of b is zero point 0.5. Okay, so what will be the value of I?
0.69311.
0.69311. Someone please cross check this value. Is it correct? Yes, is it correct?
Sir, 0.69314.
नहीं, 693 उसके बाद कितना है?
14. The same value are
सेम वैल्यू आ रही है ना, ठीक है, दैट्स ओके. ओके, सो यू सी we are getting like 0.6931 is the correct answer if I say up to 4 digits. Okay, so what we are getting is 0.6931. So with the help of this 8 intervals or 9 intervals, you can say we are getting a accurate value as far as digits are concerned, 4 digits are concerned. But if you see the trapezoidal method, even after taking the 5 intervals, we got the value of 0.6941. Okay, whereas it should be 0.6931. So you can see if you use more number of intervals in the Simpsons method, definitely you are going to get the more accurate results. Okay, I hope this is clear to everybody. Okay. Yes, students, is it okay? Okay, so now from my side explanation is done. Now I want all of you to solve one problem, okay, which we have already solved in the previous class. So I want all of you to solve the same thing again. Okay, so I'm going back to the trapezoidal section. So if you refer this, we have obtained the value of I as x square plus x square dx with the limits as 1 and 3. Okay, so so I is nothing but integration from 1 to 3. This is x square dx. Okay, and if you refer the actual answer, so actual answer we have already calculated as 8.666, isn't it? So let me write down the actual answer. So this is something like 8.6667. Okay, so now to solve this, if you refer the previous notes, we have taken this particular table. Okay, so this table which includes something like 9 intervals. Okay, and we already have these values with us. Okay, so you can refer your notes also, the same table can be used over here. Okay, so I'm just going to copy and paste the same table, and then I can use these values in form of your in the equation of Simpsons. Okay, so our Simpsons equation says what? I will be something like h by 3 into f of a plus 4 times t1 plus 2 times t2 plus f of b. Okay, so your f of a, so this value is nothing but 1. F of b is nothing but your 9. Okay, now we have to calculate the t1 value. Okay, what will be your t1? T1 is nothing but your even term. So what are the even numbers? This is 2, this is 4, this is 6, and this is 8. So you just have to sum these values. Okay, so these values, they includes 1.56 plus 3.06 plus 5.06 plus 7.56. So can somebody tell me what will be the T1 term?
17.24.
17.2. Sorry,
4, sir.
4. Okay, right. So this T1 term is 17.24. Someone please cross check this value.
Yes, sir. Correct.
Correct है? ठीक है, good. Now as far as your T2 is concerned, T2 is nothing but odd terms. So these are the odd terms, that is 3, 5 and 7. So this value, this value and this value, now you have to add. So this is nothing but 2.25 plus 4 plus 6.25. How much is this?
12.5.
12.5. So this T2 value is nothing but 12.5. So your finally your I will be something like this. And what will be the value of H?
0.25.
Sorry,
0.25.
0.25. Okay, because this is the distance between the two consecutive values of x. Okay, so all we have to do is just substitute the value. So this is 1 plus 4 into 17.24 plus 2 into 12.5 plus this will be 9. Yes, how much is this?
8.66333.
Okay, that's very good. 8.66. Then
333. Correct.
okay, okay, so you can see we are very close to the actual solution. Okay, and if you refer the previous notes, we have obtained something like 8.68. Okay, and right now we are getting 8.66, which is close to the actual solution. Okay, okay, so have you understood this, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay, are there any queries, or do you want me to take few more examples on this? Yes, yes, students, do you want me to take few more examples on this?
Yes, sir.
लेना है? ठीक है, okay. So let me search some of the example. I already have some questions with me. Give me a moment, okay? Yes, so I think I have one numerical ready with me. So let us take one more example now. So but you have to do the calculations with me because I don't have the correct answers. Okay, or rather in between answers I don't have, I have the final answers only. Okay, so I want you to find out what is the value of I. Okay, so let us say it is this is something like, this is 1 upon 1 plus x square dx. Okay, so now I want all of you to start the integration portion from 1 to 10. Okay, so can you do this? What you do, you use only 10 number of intervals. Okay, don't use more number of intervals. So if you take n value as 10, okay, so if you take n value as 10, so what you are going to get, the h value is nothing but b minus a divided by n. So this is nothing but 10 minus 0 divided by 10, so n value will be 1. Okay, so in short, what you will have is something like this. Okay, so you have this value as n, this is nothing but x, and this is nothing but your y. So this will be sorry, this will be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, then I think you have 8, then you will have 9, and then you will have 10, and then you will also have 11, because the distances are from, like, this will be 0, then this will be 1, and so on, 10. Okay, so now I want all of you to calculate the value of y for every interval. Okay, so please do this. This should be 0 because x is 0.
Sir,
It's,
1 upon 1 plus
sorry,
1.
1 upon 1 plus 1 is 1, sorry. I have already written the final answer. The correct integration should be 1.116. Yes, anybody got the answer? Yes, anybody answers? Yes, स्टूडेंट्स, किसी का आया क्या आंसर?
Sir, just 1 minute.
Okay. सबकी y की वैल्यू निकल गई क्या?
Sir, answer is 3.7906.
No, there is something wrong. Because you see, there are larger terms in the denominator as you increase the value of x. So the terms will be very close to 0 0.1 or something like that. Okay. So can you please tell me the corresponding y values? Let us say for x equals to 1. So it should be, I think, 1 upon 3. That is
0.3.
0.333. Correct?
Yes. Yes.
What about this one?
2.85.
1, sorry, 0.1428. Okay. And how about this one?
0.0769.
Okay. इसके नीचे वाला?
0.04761.
ओके, और उसके नीचे वाला? 3, 2.
3.25.
Okay. How about this one?
0.023. 0.0175.
175. ओके. ये क्या फाइनल आंसर बताओ, इसका क्या है? 2, 3 आगे. ओके. ओके, इसके नीचे वाला?
0.0175.
Okay. How about this one?
0.0136.
और इसके नीचे वाला?
0.0109.
Okay. And last?
0.0090.
90. Okay. So you see the values are slowly going closer to 0. Okay. So you have the T1 terms, which is nothing but your even terms. Okay. So your even terms are like this: 2 is there. Okay. Then we have 4, we have 6, we have 8, and we have 10. Okay. So this is nothing but the summation of this term, this term, this term, this term, and this term. So there will be 5 terms. Okay. So what will be the T1 value? Someone please tell me. कितना है?
0.2274.
0.2 कैसे आएगा बेटा? पहली वैल्यू तो 0.3 है.
0.4708.
0.4708. Okay. And as far as your T2 is concerned, so T2 is nothing but the odd terms. Okay. So odd terms are nothing but 3, 5, 7, and 9. So they are basically this term, this term, this term, and this term. So there will be a summation of these 4 values. तो ये कितना आ रहा है? रफली 0.2 के आसपास आना चाहिए. 0.2274. Okay. And as far as your h is concerned, so h is already we have calculated over here as 1. Okay. So ultimately your I value is nothing but h upon 3 into this is f of a plus 4 times t1 plus 2 times t2 plus f of b. Okay. So this is nothing but 1 upon 3. So f of a, we have already calculated this value. This is f of a, and this value is nothing but f of b. Okay. So this is 1 plus 4 times t1 is 0.4708 plus 2 times t2, it is 0.2274 plus f of b is 0.009. अब बताओ I कितना आ रहा है?
1.1156.
1.1156. Okay. So what I am getting is 1.116. So this is very close to 6. Okay. So this is 1.116 roughly. Okay. I hope this method is now clear to everybody. Okay. Do you want one more problem? Shall I give you one more problem? Yes. कि बंद करें?
Problem दे दो.
ठीक है, प्रॉब्लम दे देता हूँ, तुम लोग प्रैक्टिस कर लेना. ओके. So the problem is like this. I'll also give you a solution also. Let me check whether the solution is available with me or not. If it is not there, then please try to get the solution. Okay. Uh, so I think I have. Uh, yeah. So you can use what is the value of I from 0 to, let us say, 10, and this is something like 3x square minus 4 x. Okay. So if you go for the integration, ये कितना आएगा, 3 into x to the power 3 divided by 3, okay, minus 4 x square divided by 4. Okay, sorry, x square, that's it, x square by 2 बराबर है. Is it right? So this will be something like x cube minus, this is 2 times x square with the limit of 0 to 10. So this is 10 to the power 3, okay, minus 2 into 10 का स्क्वायर. कितना आएगा ये? Am I doing it correctly? Yes, students. बराबर किया मैंने? नहीं. What is the final answer? I 800. Okay. So this is a very simple integration. Okay, so try to solve with this the same thing with n as 10. So you will have x and y. So this will be something like 1, sorry, this will be 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 10. Get the values of y and see whether you are getting I value close to 800 or not using the Simpsons method. Okay, so this will be a kind of your homework, so please do it, and if you are not getting it, then we can discuss in the next class. Okay, so we will stop here now. Are there any queries?